What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Matty V, and this is Matty Cars. And today, we've got a very special guest for you guys. I am so excited to bring this vehicle to you and share this with you guys today. Allow me to introduce you to Slim Jim. So Slim Jim is a family vehicle. This vehicle belongs to my daughter, Riley, and she was so gracious to allow me to review it today to bring to you guys. So I'm very excited about this. Let's talk about what this vehicle is. This is a 2010 Toyota 4Runner SR5. This is a Gen 5 4Runner. So the history of the 4Runner is introduced in 1984. Toyota took their Helix truck, threw some seats in the back, added a fiberglass shell and a roll bar, and they called it a 4Runner. One reason why I'm so excited to bring this to you guys today is my very first vehicle was a Gen 1 4Runner. I had a 1986.5 manual transmission, 4-cylinder. It was white with the silver rockers, kind of chromey rockers, manual locking hubs. It's on 31s. And that was my first vehicle, and I loved that vehicle. So fast forward to 2023, and the 4Runner is still going strong. Here we are in the 5th generation, which started in 2010. So this is the first year of the 5th generation of the 4Runner, and incredibly, 5th generation of the Toyota 4Runner lasted for 13 years. How crazy is that? This is a true truck with a body-on-frame construction. It's got independent dual link front suspension and a rear solid axle with coils. It's extremely capable off-road. This has Toyota's tried and tested 4-liter V6, putting out 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque, mated to a 5-speed automatic transmission, and that goes through a 2-speed transfer case, which does 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. From a driving dynamics perspective, right? That power is there, and if you do push in, it is available to you. The transmission is a little bit fidgety. It hunts and pecks for gears a little bit more frequently than you'd like. In terms of steering and steering dynamics, this is a tall vehicle, 9.6 inches of ground clearance when stock. Slim Jim has a 2.5-inch lift and is sitting on 32-ish inch tires. So we're probably closer to 10.5 inches of ground clearance in this vehicle, and a very soft suspension. So it's not a performance driver. It's not something that you're gonna throw around in corners. Now with that said, it is a comfortable drive. Now in terms of visibility and seating position, you sit up really high in this vehicle. It's pretty easy to see over the front hood. The A-pillars are in a really good spot. I like them here. Large mirrors, etc. It's pretty dang easy to see out of this vehicle, I think. So why do people love the Toyota 4Runner? I'm sure that you've seen the 4Runner all over. There have been millions and millions of units of the 4Runner sold, and you see them everywhere, right? So why do people love them so much? First and foremost, these are off-road beasts. They really are. Even stock from the factory, you can take this SR5 out and do all kinds of off-road and be comfortable knowing that this vehicle is going to bring you home. One reason we see so many of these vehicles on the road, this vehicle has 147,000 miles on it and it still drives great, almost like it's brand new in some ways. So the legendary Toyota quality is another reason that people love this vehicle. It's also a very practical vehicle. There's a lot of room in here. You can haul 5 adults fairly comfortably. The seats fold down, so there's more room back there. This has 5,000 pounds of towing capacity, so it can do all the daily stuff, but also take you on the adventures. Speaking of adventures, let's go try a little bit of off-road action here. Slim Jim, let's go. That's what this thing is built for. Yeah, let's go. So good. Now it's built really well. There's high quality materials as you would come to expect from Toyota. You're pretty isolated from the sounds in here, the sounds of the adventure going on. You do have the sunroof. You could open that up if you want to get a little bit more experience with the outside. Okay, this has all kinds of off-road modes, including hill descent. This has A-track. There are higher off-road options. There's a TRD off-road, TRD Pro. This is just the SR5s, kind of their base model. But even still, it's got everything that you would need out of the box to go ahead and do a little bit of off-roading. So we'll go down this little hill right here. We're not even in 4 high or anything. Let's see if this A-track thing's gonna work. Turned on A-track. It shows a hill descent icon flashing there, but oh, there we go. Cool. It's kind of slowing us down. Yeah, Slim Jim. Let's go, buddy. Nice. So good. Woo! Let's go. Okay, well, that was an adventure. Took a little tumble in the mud and the muck, but that's how it goes sometimes. So we're gonna see how this does on the uphill here. I'll go into 4-wheel high, just shift on the fly, 4-wheel high. Just a little bit of a muddy hill here. Plenty of power coming out of that V6. 270 horsepower, 278 pound-feet of torque. But there's still plenty of power. Even though this thing's 4,500 pounds, it just feels solid, but it feels powerful. Now I know some people have complained about the Tacoma being underpowered, and I totally agree. When they shifted to the 3.5 liter V6 in the Tacoma, they basically ruined it. This still has the good, tasty 4 liter V6. Oops, crashed the drone. Have a nice backup camera here. It's tiny up in the mirror, but it is there, which is nice. Tip of the day, don't crash the drone. Just one of those kind of days today, it seems like. Don't forget to signal. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Woo! Doing some nice off-roading. Okay, let's see how this thing does on Widowmaker heading up. It is mucky and sloppy and slushy today. We'll see how it is. Okay, we are in 4 low. She does. Some good articulation going. Yeah. Nice. Easy does it. Okay, we brought Slim Jim to the top of the Widowmaker. It was extremely easy for Slim Jim coming up that. No surprise. So we didn't even have to use A-track. Yeah, this is very impressive. This is my first time really up here in Slim Jim or any Toyota 4Runner. Okay, just coming down off Widowmaker, very impressed with the 2010 Toyota 4Runner going up on Widowmaker. Plenty of traction, even though it's a snowy day today. I don't think we even slipped the tire once. We didn't even have to use A-track. There's quite a bit of range in the articulation of this vehicle. Overall, no surprise here. Very impressive off-road. Woo! So good. Got some whoops down here. So sick. So much fun, people. Oh. So the styling of the Toyota 4Runner is timeless. It's this throwback, boxy shape, which is so refreshing in this day and age when everything's got to be swoopy and coopy and goopy and blah. I love the boxy shape of the Toyota 4Runner. It's timeless, it's iconic, and then we have these aftermarket taillights that stick out a little bit. Typically the handles are chrome, but these have been blacked out. Inside it's all about function over form. Everything, I love these dials. We have 5 large dials to control the audio system and the climate. I love the gauge, the retro gauge. There's a small little digital screen that gives you a little bit of information about mileage, trip, what gear you're in, but everything here is analog, and it has this really cool carbon fiber look behind it. I love the way the steering wheel feels. It's meaty, it's beefy, it's got all kinds of little areas that are comfortable to place your hands. It's a nice width, and the whole shape of the steering wheel here gives you a beautiful view of all the gauges. Nothing is blocked. I don't know, you feel adventurous driving this thing, and I love the way the steering wheel feels. The seats are comfortable. You know, they're not super adjustable or anything. There's a little bit of bolstering, and they are power adjusted. But overall, the interior, I love the retro look. I love the clean look. And in this day and age of huge screens, I love that there's no screen in here. In fact, we thought about putting Apple CarPlay touchscreen kind of tablet thing in here, and my daughter, who's absolutely brilliant, decided against that because of the design here. It's just so beautiful and simple, and it's just everything is so utilitarian and functional. The other thing about it, there is a cruise control, which is nice. There are some controls on the steering wheel here for volume and change the station, and it does have a way to connect via Bluetooth if you want to do Bluetooth audio or use your phone for calling, that kind of thing. So Toyotas are always kind of definitely more about practicality, reliability, and they're not leaning into technology. They're like 3 years behind everybody else all the time in terms of tech. I've driven this thing on the highway. It cruises along about 70 miles an hour, about 2,000 RPM, and it's relatively quiet. Actually, it's a very comfortable place to be. So all in all, the Toyota 4Runner. Beefy, burly, off-road capable, throwback, retro styling, no tech, no frills, but all smiles. The only place that this vehicle is a little bit of a negative is in fuel economy and just kind of like cruising down the freeway comfort, I guess, overall comfort. It is a comfortable vehicle considering what it is, but it's not a luxury vehicle. But this is an adventure vehicle. This is an off-road beast, and it does that so well.